Gracias.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm so sorry for that delay. So we're going to start off the resource fair with Social Advocate for the Youth. So I'll pass it on to Shady and Christian.
Good afternoon. Would you be able to make me co-host so that I can share the presentation? Thank you, everybody, for being here. We look forward to sharing some resources with you.
You should already have access to it, but let me make sure I did you should be co-host. You got it? All right, perfect.
I believe so. Can everyone see that?
Yes.
Okay, let me start this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pass this on to Christian, who's going to introduce us.
Hi, how you guys doing? My name's Christian, guys, and like you guys heard, we are from Social Advocates for Youth, and I'm going to go ahead and let my co-workers present themselves.
Hello, everybody. I'm Alfonso. I'm with Social Advocates for Youth. I'm an outreach worker.
Hello, everybody. I'm AJ, and I'm also a outreach worker.
Shady already presented herself. Okay, guys. So now I'm gonna move on to tell you guys about Shady.
Did you want me to change to the next slide?
Yes, please.
There we go. Can you see it?
Nope. Okay, guys. Who we are and what we do. Okay, and who we serve. So we are actually a nonprofit organization that helps youth from ages 0 to 25, and we help them with counseling, career readiness, and housing. And we help them look for jobs. If they're experiencing any sort of homelessness, we help them get their first apartment and get them back on their feet. Okay, that's our mission. Next slide, please.
So as an outreach worker, we go out to various areas all over Sonoma County. This is the blue van. So if anybody ever sees this blue van, they can always direct any young person to us. We go out looking for at-risk and or homeless youth, and we go ahead and give them basic supplies. And on this next slide, here's some of the supplies that we offer. And so right here is our street outreach kit, and these are some of the items that we go ahead and give out.
Now, this is going to be one of our teen shelters. This is actually our 12 to 17 shelter that is open 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. It is an emergency shelter where teens can stop in and get any type of referrals, such as, you know, family services with hot meals and stuff like that. We have a dropping services for 12 to 24, also 7 days a week, 9 to 9. This is our crisis line that we do get, that people do use every day, you know, can be small or big. Next slide. And this is going to be our second shelter. This is our emergency shelter for adult teens from ages 18 to 24. It was opened in 2015 at a SAY Dream Center. It is a 12-bed facility, open and staffed 24 hours a day. It is designated beds for victims of human trafficking. We actually have on-site laundry and a kitchen for residents of the shelter. Our primary goal for them is to actually get them into permanent housing. And one thing about the shelter is that we have on case managers on site that are going to help them with their day-to-day needs, you know. Next slide.
This here is our SAY Center. It is one of our biggest facilities that we have here in Santa Rosa. SAY Dream Center is home to many of our programs. Some of the programs is what Alondra just went over, the short-term emergency shelter. The other programs that we have here on the Dream Center property are career and life readiness programs, counseling clinic, school-based health, and grief service.
At the Dream Center, we also offer counseling. Like Bea was just saying, we have 3 main programs, all for ages 0 to 25 plus families, individual and family therapy. Here's the phone number in case you have any questions. We also have contracts with different schools for school counselors throughout Sonoma County, and grief services in case you lose if a young person loses a young one, or a loved one, like even a pet or anything, we can put those as well. And we also have assistance with career and school readiness. We have a career hub that helps support with resumes or mock interviews, finding jobs, help finishing high school or getting your GED. We also have internship programs and summer jobs, and assist with helping with work and school supplies if the student is enrolled.
Sorry about that, guys. Can you guys hear us? Little thumbs up. I hear it's a little sticky. I'm gonna go ahead and move on. So these are actually some of the forms that you guys can connect with us if you guys do happen to know of any youth that might be experiencing any sort of homelessness or just need any of our services. And you guys don't necessarily have to refer them. You guys could we can actually drop off any cards or anything like that to you guys as well. Like we said earlier, we do work all over Sonoma County, and we are always on outreach. Different day, different city, and we are always willing to connect with you guys and let you guys know more about our services. And so as you guys can see, we do have the Facebook for the SAY outreach team that you guys can add us on so you guys know and see all the different things that we do out in the community. And we also have an Instagram. I know that's a very popular thing nowadays for all the youth and everything and everybody to connect with us. And we do have, like Alfonso said earlier, we have that crisis line, which is open 24/7, and at any time they can call 24 hours a day. And we do have all our resources online that which you guys can go on to at www.saysc.org. And it goes more in depth of the services that we offer and what we do within those services. And it's actually an immediate resource for everybody in the community to kind of get to know what we have to offer and what we will do for the youth, because the youth is our main priority. And yeah, we actually have a lot of different programs. Volunteer opportunities are kind of limited right now due to COVID-19 and everything that's been going on, but we are hoping those services will open up soon for the youth coming up in summer or at a soon time. But yes, thank you guys. And I hope you guys were able to hear us, because how many days? Yeah, I hope you guys were able to hear us, and it all differs in the different shelters. So the Coffee House Teen Shelter, they can stay up to 72 hours at the shelter, and they can actually go ahead and re-sign in, but it's just a kind of a place for them to get away and either clear their mind or be able to connect with different resources that they can use within SAY or out of SAY. And for the short-term shelter, it is a little longer of a period of time. Okay, guys, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go right there. And like I said, the website has all of our lovely information. Please check it out and use our contact information and things.
All right, thank you so much. Next is Alondra with Sonoma Immigrant Services.
Buenas tardes a todos. Mi nombre es Alondra Marroquín y voy a estar presentando.
Hey everyone, I'm Alondra Marroquín and I will be presenting about Sonoma Immigrant Services. I'm going to share my screen to show the presentation. Are you able to see my screen? Yes. All right. Awesome. Very well. Also with us is my colleague Jen Magayan. As I had mentioned, my name is Alondra Marroquín and I work with Sonoma Immigrant Services. A little bit about us and our team. We are a very small team. We have our immigration lawyer called Vicky Handren, myself, program manager, and Jen Magayan, who is our legal intern. Our organization also consists of many volunteers, and thanks to them, we're able to do all the work that we do. A big part of our program is our citizenship education program. So we have a couple of members of our community who dedicate their time to be teachers in those classes, citizenship classes, or provide studying companionship. And soon I'll talk more about those classes. Our office is located in Sonoma Valley, approximately 30 minutes from Santa Rosa. We are a nonprofit organization and our mission is to empower our community through education and advocacy. We offer various services, including legal consults, help filling out immigration forms, citizenship classes, and many other things like workshops about knowing our rights. It's important to remember that all of us, regardless of our legal status, have rights in this country. So that's what we try to tell people, to share and educate on that. So in terms of our citizenship classes, we have a program and we offer free citizenship classes. We do that twice a year, in spring semester and fall semester. For example, right now, in May, we will wrap up our spring semester, but we will be offering a new semester in fall around August. Classes are being offered in summer school, or for the people who live outside Sonoma Valley or prefer to take their classes via Zoom, that option is also available to them. We have classes every Wednesday from 6:30 to 8 p.m., only once a week. approximately for 15 weeks. I like to say that our program, our citizenship program, is not just registering for classes and complete a semester and that's it. Our mission is to provide support until the person becomes a US citizen. So right now, for example, it's taking more than a year. From the date in which you apply for citizenship, it's taking more than a year to get an interview with the government. And so there's lots of time so that people prepare. And when you go through that semester, for the next semester, you have the option to register for our study buddy program, where once a week you can meet with someone to keep practicing reading the questions, history, and everything that the interview and the citizenship test entails. Being part of our citizenship program also includes help with the citizenship application and discount application, because it's important to know that there's a government discount for the people who receive public benefits like medical, SNAP, food stamps. We also offer interview role playing so that you can be prepared and know what to expect during the interview. Here are some pictures, some of the women who've been a part of our citizenship education program and who became citizens. Apart from that, we also offer immigration services. As I had mentioned, we have an immigration lawyer, Vicky Handred. And apart from legal consults, we help with filling immigration forms from DACA, citizenship, residency card, renovations, family petitions, Visa U for victims of crime, of certain crimes, VAWA for domestic violence victims, special status for young immigrants, which is for people who are younger than 21 years old who have come into the United States and who have been abandoned, mistreated, or accused by at least one parent. And sometimes you think that that means that it has to be very severe, but that's not necessarily the case. It can be many issues. Maybe your parent doesn't have the money to give you food and stuff like that. So that also counts. We also help to send FOIA applications, which is the immigration history of people. Sometimes it's highly recommended to do that because sometimes it's hard to remember when you came in the country for the first time, or if you were detained at some point in the border, that type of thing. And I'm not a lawyer, but lawyers, generally speaking, during a consult will ask many questions, including when was your last entry date, if you have been detained, if you have come in and out a couple of times. And dates matter a lot when we're talking about seeing what options are available. We offer legal consults, both in person and via phone. Our consults are offered from Monday through Wednesday. And if you wish to get an appointment, at this time, we only work by appointment. So you can send us a message or call the number on screen. You can also send us an email or visit our website. We are also on social media, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. We try to share information, events, and stuff like that. And so you are up to date with what's going on in our community. And also we share news regarding immigration. We also have a bilingual newsletter that we share every month. So I recommend that you visit our website, and right there you can enter your email and receive news and information every month. I would also like to invite you to this event. We're going to have a free community event this Saturday here in Sonoma in Hannah Voice Center. It's the first time that we're going to have an event for Children's Day, and so we are very excited. We're going to have a concert, and we're going to have dancing by Quetzalen group. It's folkloric dance. We're going to have family resources. We're going to have lots of organizations with tables set up to offer information. We're going to have raffles. We're going to have music, and it's going to be great. That's going to be on Saturday from 2 to 5 p.m. It's free. It's a family event. So come with your families, your children, and I hope to see you there. We're going to have a table. Humanidad, I believe, will also have a table there, so we'll see you there. And if anybody has any questions, I don't know if you have time, but you can also call us, and we are here to serve. Thank you, Alondra. We're going to have the questions for the end, and I just wanted to remind everyone that we only have 17 minutes left. So if we can just keep it to 5-minute presentations, that would be great. And we have Latino service providers with Sarai.
Sarai, ¿estás ahí?
Sarai, are you there? You might be muted.
Ok, podemos seguir con Food for Thought con Carlos.
All right, maybe we can go on with Food for Thought with Carlos.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. I'm just going to try and share my screen here. Thank you for having me. Let's see here. I'm just going to see if I can get my presentation pulled up. Let's see. Let's see. I need to do that. All right. Can everybody see my slideshow okay?
We cannot see it, but you do
Okay.
have permission to share.
All right, let me see here. Permission to share. Sorry, I'm kind of still figuring out this. Share screen. Perfect. Okay, excellent.
Okay.
All righty.
We can see it.
Excellent. All right. So yeah, I work with Food for Thought. I'm the client services assistant here. Food for Thought, for those of you who don't know, we're based out of Forestville. We serve clients with serious medical conditions, such as HIV, AIDS, cancer, renal disease, or chronic kidney disease. We also have programs for COVID, and we recently started a program for pregnant women called the Full Belly Program. In addition to that, we also have one for clients recently discharged from the hospital, where we provide groceries for 3 months to allow them to focus on their recovery. So last year we served about 3,000 people with various medical conditions. We do require referrals for most of our programs, although for the HIV program, which is what we started with back in late 80s, 1988. Our mission is to help foster healing through food and love. And so we provide counseling. We have a registered dietitian on staff, and we basically support our clients through weekly deliveries of food, or for certain clients, they come into the food bank, which you can see here in the picture, and they'll pick up. So this is a little breakdown of our clients by region. As you can see, most of our clients are in the Santa Rosa area, although we do serve all of Sonoma County. And we offer, of course, fresh fruits and vegetables. We offer some canned and dry goods, of course. Everything we have is try to be as nutritionally conscious as we can be. Everything is low sodium. We try and maintain diets that are going to help promote healthy recovery for our clients. And so And our motto is Food is Medicine. We are part of the Food is Medicine Coalition. It's a group of 6 agencies in California that partner up to try and improve our food resources. And so, as I mentioned, Food for Thought was founded back in the late 80s, 1988 here. We started off as an HIV/AIDS food bank, but have since expanded to serve a broader client base here. We do have an organic garden on site here, managed by our garden manager and a group of dedicated volunteers. And so we try and foster, organic foods and supplement that into what we purchase as much as we can. The volunteers here you can see are working on the garden. We have some fresh strawberries, some beautiful flowers, and it's a great place for a lot of our clients to come in, just kind of meet and walk through the garden and find some peace there. Some of the programs that we offer here at Food for Thought. This is our kitchen here with our head chef Ruth. She was previously on the board of directors with us and is now managing a group of volunteers to prepare healthy foods in the house for our clients. They'll prepare things such as soups, broths, some frozen meals, and of course some freshly made breads that are going to be low sodium for our congestive heart failure clients or diabetic clients. Our registered dietitian here is her name's Nina Redman. She's here about 4 days a week and is always available to chat with our clients if they have any concerns regarding their diet or any supplements. And so let's see. So yeah, this is a couple pictures of our delivery volunteers here. But we'll get into the program since we're short on time. One program I really want to mention is our COVID program. For anybody who's came up positive COVID or is in quarantine due to potential exposure of COVID, we offer grocery delivery for a maximum of 2 weeks, just to help get them out of quarantine and get back out without having to stress about food on top of recovering from COVID, which we all know can be serious. This program's been great. It's very popular. We don't require referrals for this program. So if you do have someone that that is positive COVID or in quarantine due to potential exposure, we're happy to talk to them. Generally, we usually just request a letter from their doctor or just any kind of record that they have saying that they have to be in quarantine for X amount of time. But we're happy to get them set up there. It's a great program. We support the whole household. So we'll send groceries for the client that calls in as well as everyone else in the household that's quarantining. And it generally lasts about 2 weeks. And so our other programs, Oncology Program. So this is for clients recently diagnosed with cancer or currently undergoing treatments. And generally this program runs for the duration of treatments. Some clients are on treatments for, undetermined amount of time. So we have clients that stay on for years, but some of them eventually graduate from the program if they've finished their treatments and don't need surgery. And then we're kind of graduating from that to make room for other clients. So this is a great program. If you know anybody who has cancer, we're happy to get them set up there. We do offer delivery for that as well. And of course, nutritional consultation. The other program we have is the Full Belly program, as I mentioned earlier. It's our new pregnancy program. We're currently only accepting referrals from a few agencies right now for this program, but if you know anybody that's with Petaluma Health Centers, there's an office in Runner Park, West County Health or Corazon in Hillsborough. We are currently accepting referrals from all of them, and I think we're working on expanding that in the coming weeks. So we just started that about 6 months ago, and we've had great success with that program, so I'm really excited to be a part of that. And then we have the Welcome Home program. This one's here for clients recently discharged from the hospital. So anyone who's just recently gotten home doesn't have to be related to cancer or anything like that. It could be a broken leg or anything like that. And we'll provide them with 3 months of groceries so they can focus on the recovery. And we find that's a great program. We offer alternatives for clients that have chewing problems. We have soft food menus. With this program, if a client is on it, generally we serve them for 3 months and then they become ineligible for that program for a year after they finish. So just one thing to note on that. But and then we have Bags of Love, where we get food out to partnering agencies to help us distribute shelf-stable foods for people affected by homelessness or just not having access to microwave or refrigeration. We give them canned goods. You'll see some peanut butter and, of course, some easy to prepare soups and things like that for them. And so, yeah, it's great. Big shout out to our partnering organizations. We get referrals from all over the county, and I think collectively it's great to get the the word out here to everyone here today. But yeah, if you have any questions, I would encourage anybody to check out our website, fftfoodbank.org. There's a little breakdown of all our different programs, and then of course our contact information. My name's Carlos. Always feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns. But yeah, thank you for allowing me this time and for allowing me to share. And hope everyone takes care.
Gracias, Carlos. Y luego sigue Adlithia con the living
Thank you,
room.
Carlos. And now we're going to Adlithia with the living room.
Hi there. Thank you. I don't have a presentation to put on the screen, so I'll just talk and keep it relatively short. So the living room has been around since the 90s as a daytime drop-in center for women and children experiencing homelessness in Sonoma County. And we're now experiencing Living Room 2.0. So we have significantly changed since the onset of COVID. We have 3 focuses. One is our food service program. We deliver 100 plus hot meals every day to food insecure seniors, youth coming out of the foster system, and folks that are coming out of incarceration. We're looking at expanding that program as well. We have a transitional housing program that has a couple of programs within it. It's very small, 23 beds total, 6 different housing units. We have a new program that we've started for transitional aged youth in female 1 in a tiny house. And we're on round 2 right now. That's gone really well. Moms and kids, individual women, focus on women over 55 with very few resources. And the average cycle is 6 months to 2 years, just depending on the services that are required and the goals. And of course, the getting the permanent housing, which is in short supply. So we're looking at partnering with other organizations in Sonoma County that also have housing programs, so that when someone leaves our housing program, they're not starting over again, they can continue on. And then finally, we have our day service center, which has just opened. So we still have our old campus where we have food services, a growing garden for food services, and a lot of housing there. And we just opened our new service center on Dutton, right across the street from Humanidad, which is very fortuitous for us in Santa Rosa Community Health. We're open weekdays, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we are slowly and purposefully growing to include partners in-house, like Catholic Charities is here every week, shower van on Fridays, different kinds of therapy, financial education, housing navigation for entitlements. And we have a special focus on peer support, a peer support program that we're really trying to grow here as well. And it's open to any woman and her child or women in Sonoma County. So we are on week 4, I think. It's gone rather well. We've got a slow start and a lot of outreach to go after, and we are continually picking up partners every week. Oh, and I'll put in the chat my email if you have questions or want to reach out. I'm sure I'll be reaching out to you guys as well as we grow the partnership network. Thank you.
Gracias. Y luego sigue Fernando con California Rural Legal Assistance.
Thank you. And now Fernando.
Ok, creo que ya se ve. Buenas tardes. Voy a tratar de ser breve para ahorrar tiempo. Mi nombre es Fernando Torres, trabajador comunitario con asistencia legal rural de California. Sí. Nuestra misión es sintetizada, luchar por la justicia, los derechos individuales de las personas que desafortunadamente son explotadas en nuestra sociedad. ¿A quiénes les servimos? Personas de bajos ingresos que viven en comunidades rurales. Santa Rosa a veces nos considera rural, pero también estamos en ciudades, de aquí en ciudades hasta el final, hasta que llegamos al borde de México. Tenemos 17 oficinas en el momento. Trabajadores agrícolas desde el principio. César Chávez está en nuestra mesa
Chávez,
directivos, a Dolores
Cesar Chávez
Huerta.
was in
Eso
our
siempre comenzó
board
con
of
esa la intención de
directors.
ayudar al trabajador
We always
agrícola,
had the
de
intention of
protegerles
helping agricultural
materiales,
workers,
herramientas que
protecting
eran
them in
peligrosas
regards to their
a través de
supplies,
CRLA y
to
otros
their
proveedores.
health,
Hemos tratado de hacer ese
and
trabajo
with the
como se debe, que
providers, we
es
try to do this work
ecuánime y igual
correctly,
como ellos le merecen.
with
También
equality,
tratamos con personas
and
incapacitadas,
we also
discapacitadas,
try
inmigrantes,
to
obviamente,
work with
a padres y niños en la escuela. ¿Qué
people with
significa eso?
disabilities,
Problemas de la escuela,
immigrants, etc.
están en contra de
Their
mi hijo
parents
porque
that
es
have
latino, porque habla
children
cierto idioma,
in their school who
y si
maybe
vemos que
can't
es
relate
sistémico
because
y la
they don't
escuela
speak the
tiene un
same
historial tal
language,
vez de
we know that this
preocupante
might be a systemic
forma en que se
problem
comportan, podemos a
for
veces
the
tratar
school
de
and the way
hablar con
they
esos
treat these kinds
distritos.
of issues, and we can try to
LGBTQ incluye
advocate
todo,
in face
incluyendo
of these
vivienda,
districts,
discriminación
and
al
this
empleo,
includes
desafortunadamente
employment
son víctimas de ello.
discrimination, which they are
Personas
victims
mayores
of,
de edad, nuestros viejitos,
elderly
obviamente, y problemas con
adults.
dominio limitado de
Obviously, there are
inglés.
problems with
Para
limited
ser breve, me quedan
ability
3
of
minutos. I'm
English, and I'm
keeping
going to
count.
be brief. I'm keeping
Ayudamos con
count of
trabajo y
time.
empleo. ¿Qué significa eso? Robo de salario,
So
discriminación, acoso
we
sexual,
work also
importante para
with
las señoras y
all of the
señores
topics that you can
también.
see on screen.
Permisos de ausencia en
Sorry, I'm going
vivienda,
a little
desde
bit
los
fast
incendios
because I don't have
es la
a lot of
mayoría de
time.
nuestros casos últimamente, desafortunadamente.
We also have help for
Vivienda
fires,
justa, ¿qué
which
significa
unfortunately
eso?
we've
No
seen a lot
discriminación,
of recently.
porque tengo muchos niños, porque hablo soy hispano,
There is no
porque tal vez
discrimination
me están haciendo algo de que soy.
For X or Y reason. The speaker is muted. The microphone has been muted.
Was I mute? Sorry about that.
I was muted, apologies.
No sé hasta cuándo perdí, cuánto tiempo no estaba hablando, pero
I'm
ayudamos
not sure
con
how
derechos
long I was
civiles de
muted.
trabajo y de
But yes,
empleo.
we help with
Alguien que me
civil
diga,
rights,
¿se
with
escuchó algo de lo que le
employment.
dije o no se escuchó
Can
mucho?
somebody tell
¿Te
me?
puse mute?
Se
I
escuchó,
think
sí
I
se
was
escuchó.
muted.
Ok, gracias.
Yes,
No
we
sé
heard you,
cuándo
don't worry.
se volvió
I don't
mute.
know
Creo
how
que
long
cuando cambié
the
el
mute
slide.
lasted. I think that maybe when
Rápidamente,
I
ayudamos
changed
con derechos
slides.
civil, problemas
So we
salariales,
discussed
robo de
civil
salario,
rights,
en
salary,
vivienda, que no nos discriminen por cómo somos, quiénes somos, cómo
living
hablamos.
conditions, not
Si
being
tenemos muchos
discriminated
niños, se
based
llama
on who
vivienda
we are,
justa.
how many children we
Acceso
have.
a beneficios públicos,
We're
medical,
supposed to have
CalFresh.
access.
Educación, cualquier tipo de discriminación,
Education for
bullying,
any type of
no
discrimination,
acceso
bullying,
al lenguaje, disciplina, la
a
están
lack
tomando
of
en contra
access
de los
to
niños
language,
latinos, los niños de
discipline,
cierta raza, etcétera.
discrimination against people of a certain
Y
race,
para ahorrar
etc.
tiempo, voy a salir a lo
And to
siguiente.
save time,
Tenemos también
I'm
programas
going to
específicos,
say that we also have
específicamente
specific
lo que estaban
programs.
hablando el día de hoy. Tenemos un programa
As you were
indígena,
saying today, we have
enfocado a los
a
problemas
program
que
that
son
is
muy
focused
principales de
on
ellos, incluyendo,
problems that
voy a
are
pasar
very
un poco la
central to
información
them,
de acá, pero también
including, I'm
tenemos
going to say some information from here,
iniciativas acerca de
but we also
acoso
have
sexual en el
initiatives
trabajo,
for sexual
aliviar el
harassment in the
estrés por calor para
workplace,
nuestros trabajadores
stress
agrícolas y tenemos
relief for
presentaciones y
our
materiales
agricultural
acerca de
workers.
ello.
We have presentations
Me
and
queda un
materials
minuto.
regarding this, and I have a minute left.
Tenemos materiales en muchos idiomas,
We
también
have
en
materials
idiomas,
in a lot of
lenguajes indígenas,
languages, in
de
indigenous
trabajo, empleo,
languages,
todo lo que he mencionado.
for work, for employment,
Muy
everything that was
importante,
mentioned
los derechos
is very
lingüísticos
important.
que cubren
Linguistic
a todo
rights
idiomas, no
that
importa de
cover
dónde
all
o qué
types of
tipo de comunidad
languages,
usted
no
venga,
matter
tiene
what community
acceso
they
y
come
tiene el
from.
derecho
They
de
have
que le
access
ayuden en el idioma de su preferencia.
and to be helped in their preferred language.
Incluye y
This
especialmente tenemos
includes,
tarjetas,
and
creo que voy a dejar de
especially,
compartir para
we
acabar,
have
ya me quedan
cards that
30
we want to
segundos.
include. I have 30
Tenemos tarjetitas
seconds.
como esta,
We have cards like
termino el
this,
share. Y esas tarjetitas lo que dicen es
and
yo
these
hablo,
cards
I
say,
speak,
I
y
speak
usted pone su nombre,
blank,
no tiene que ser así tan
I'm
bonita la
from
tarjeta,
blank,
pero básicamente lo que
and
dice es, usted
basically
recibe
this
fondos
says
federales,
that you receive
estatales,
federal
y tiene que
state
darme los
funds,
servicios en el
and
idioma mío,
therefore
en el
I
que yo
need to
prefiera.
receive services
Si
in
eso no
my
está
preferred
ocurriendo, es
language.
como una
If
tarjetita
that
le digo a
is
las
not
personas, como
happening,
en el equipo
then
de
it's a
fútbol,
card
le presento la tarjeta, si
that
no le
it's
están dando los
like a
servicios, puede
yellow
llamar a una
card
agencia como
in
nosotros para
soccer.
tratar de ayudarle.
You can provide
Ese es
it,
mi timer.
and
Se me
that's
acabó
my
el
timer.
tiempo. Muchísimas gracias
That's
por
it.
su
Thank
tiempo.
you for
Si tienen
yours.
preguntas,
And
estamos
if
en
you
la
have any
oficina de Santa
question,
Rosa,
we're in Santa Rosa,
787-528-9941. Con mucho
787
gusto.
to
Gracias por
translate.
compartir la información también a las
And
otras
thank you
agencias.
to all the other agencies.
Muchísimas gracias, Fernando. Y ahora sigue Nicole con Buckaloo.
Thank you, Fernando.
Thank you. And I'm going to
I have to share my screen. It says I'm not allowed to share my screen.
All right, try now.
Okay. All right, can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect, okay. Oops. Alrighty, so my name is Nicole Natividad. I work on the Family Service Coordination team here at Buckaloo Programs. If you don't know what Buckaloo Programs is, we're a non-profit mental health organization that focuses on the community with mental and behavioral health challenges, and we help them gain independent living skills. So that can include medication management, symptom management, employment, education, and sometimes housing. For most of our programs, excluding the Family Service Coordination Program, you must have a direct referral and diagnosis from Sonoma County Behavioral Health. Recently, Buckaloo has also partnered with a few other organizations in the city of Santa Rosa, such as Catholic Charities, Humanidad, the host team, who am I forgetting? And a few others to provide mental health response. So I have the information here. So if you're in a mental health crisis situation, you can call in response. They're available 7 days a week from noon to 10 p.m. So it's a law enforcement alternative that's right now only available from noon to 10 p.m. So if you call after those hours, you will be talking to law enforcement. So just a heads up. So it brings us to our Family Service Coordination team. We focus on families and allies supporting a loved one with mental or behavioral health challenges. We provide support, education, and system navigation to families to help them advocate for themselves or for their loved ones. So it could be, even though our name says family, it could be a neighbor who's helping out an elderly neighbor who might have dementia, or a parent who is helping their young child who may have just been diagnosed with autism. So whoever may be supporting somebody with a mental or behavioral health challenge, that's who we are there to support. So as I mentioned, we focus on support, education, and system navigation. So we have monthly support groups. We also have a weekly resource clinic that we're actually going to be moving to in person starting May 10th. We also have a Finding Connection support group that was started during the pandemic to help with isolation. And we can also provide one-on-one appointments via Zoom, the phone, or community visits. Community outreach and education is something also that we do, such as being here today, and we also provide some resource packets as well. To keep it short, here is kind of a list of our different resource packets that we have. We send out a monthly resource packet that has information. Sorry, I thought a message popped up. We have a monthly resource packet that has different events and information for community organizations in Sonoma County. We also have a housing resource packet, a youth and family resource packet, a LGBTQ packet, and a packet that we actually made in partnership with Humanidad that is specifically in Spanish. So to receive any of our monthly resource packets, you can email this email down here, and I'll put it in the chat when I'm all done. And then this is a group, this is our schedule of groups that we have throughout the month. So as you can see, our resource clinic is every week. And then we have different family support groups throughout the month as well. And then this is how you can connect with us. You can always email our main email, which is fsc@buckaloo, or you can connect with me directly, which is nicole@buckaloo.org as well. And feel free to call us at 707-571-8452. And that's a line to that our whole team has access to. And down there, you can also see our website and our Facebook and Instagram websites. And that is all. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Nicole. And last but not least is Jose from Corazon.
Thank you, everybody. Amazing services that everybody's providing. So let me go ahead and get started and share my screen. Please let this happen, and it will. So I'm just going to go over the basis of Corazon Hillsborough. So Corazon Hillsborough is an organization, a nonprofit organization here in Hillsborough. Not only do we help people in Hillsborough, but we extend our arms to Windsor, Geyserville, and Cloverdale. being able to be really targeted in those senses, but we don't also just help those families. We also have families in Napa, Calistoga, Santa Rosa, Petaluma, and we really kind of extend our arms to the agencies that are out there, like Food for Thought out in the West County, Sonoma Immigrants or La Luz Center in the East County. So this is something, just a little bit of an overview of what we specifically do at Corazon Hillsborough. We have different departments in different areas. So there's the education, the socioeconomic, and this is the Family Resource Center. So in the Family Resource Center, I'm the Family Resource Center manager. And what Corazon does is our mission statement challenges us to do 3 ways of building compassionate and just community by empowering individuals and families with dignity, advocating against injustice, and unite people to celebrate diversity. Our internal cohesiveness as an organization is the foundation for this works and these values. So in our holistic and family-centered case management strategic priority in my department is the individual empowerment. So really individualizing families and the individuals of how we're going to help them achieve their best selves. So we create value when empowering vulnerable individuals and families for them to become self-sustainable and self-reliant, with initiatives to improve their well-being, self-esteem, and dignity. So if that looks like somebody coming into this office and wanting assistance with their medical information, because the long-term goal is for them to have a sustainable, healthy habit of eating and things like that, we would start from creating goals for themselves to doing the application, to actually getting their medical card and actually going through a system through their well-being, through our internal referral, through our social and impact department to see their whole well-being. So an overview of our services. So we do family-centered coaching, case management, basic needs and services and referrals, just like the agencies that just present them themselves, medical, legal assistance, housing assistance, translation services, and immigration assistance. We have an internal lawyer here that does more. It's through a partnership through Secure Families that help with deportation, really more specifically, and that kind of case, but that one does have a backlog since October. So it's something where we're still promoting, but the essence that all of these services that we do help with. So our goal is to assist the most vulnerable clients with their families' most immediate needs, but also assist the coach and coach the served individuals and families to be self-sustainable and self-reliant. So those who come in wanting a housing application, at least the idea of their goal is to have a reliant and stable house, and this is their goal. We're going to measure those things to see how is that going to be possible. So in this it's this family-centered coaching, which is building client strength. So they're the best person and they're guiding life of what they need. So if that is them buying a home at the end of their idea of being of having secure housing, or at least going to an apartment and feeling secure, being able to pay those monthly rents, we're able to help them either in different ways, being able to help with a resource like Reach for Home helps with down deposit and rental assistance, or sometimes we can do that internally. Depending on the service that we can provide, these are the certain layers that we can help with. But we help them with the long-term and the short-term goals. So if we're going back to the housing idea, if they're wanting help with housing, their short-term goal is just being able to at least apply to an apartment, and their long-term goal would be eventually buying their own home, being able to have a safe self-sustainability model within themselves, and we give them the proper tools and able to achieve those goals. So we problem solve not just with the client where we're just helping resolve their problems, but we're also coaching them in the sense of how we're able to get the best out of themselves. So how that looks like, so we explore potential pathways towards their identified goal, in this sense, being able to find secure housing, support and practice those goals. So having them either come in, have the application process. If their language barriers are something that we would like to identify, we might be able to do the application for them, or some other sense that we can help. And we share information and resources, just being able to send them to Catholic Charities if they're homeless at the moment, and going through the coordinated entry system, or going through a certain agency to explore any rationales that we can possibly help. So this is a little bit more. I know we're a little bit on time, but again, the idea is that we're not trying to fix ideas, but we're also trying to coach them in different ways for them to achieve their own goals. So I will also skip this one just because of the sake of time. But how we approach cases is a sense of how we do readiness assessment to really give them a scale of 1 to 5 of how they are. They are at a level of being shelterless or any sense of not being able to meet their rent. And that's something that we were luckily through the ERAP program through the county, we're able to just coach them through that and be able to have a model that can help them be self-reliant on that sense. But we also have practice goals and case management. So in case management, we utilize case management practices to face short-term issues and help the immediate need in navigating systems and finding short-term or addressing crisis situation in this experience in the housing one. And if they're coming here and they're shelterless or they've just been kicked out or just been evicted, how we're going to help those short-term goals in the navigation through case management. And the readiness assessments is our internal process of how we're going to help them navigate their best goals and able to see themselves have a longer term secure housing. And if that sense is when will they get there to buy a house? And then the goal practice is going through our internal workshops that we have, if that is mortgage counseling, if that's being able to budget and save and knowing how much a down deposit would be even for an apartment or for a house. And then the fluidity of approach is the best part. So we know that we can guide them throughout this whole process, but they're the best experience of their own knowledge and what they want in life. So regardless of whoever comes in, we'd like to help them through their best ability for them to also kind of meet us halfway, and we'll meet them halfway as well. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. That is most of my presentation and a very just part.
Muchas gracias, José. No sé si alguien tiene algunas preguntas.
Thank you, Jose. I don't know if anybody has any questions.
¿Me escucharon?
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Okay.
I just want to remind everybody, thank you so much for your time. Citlali is going to download this recording and edit this part. And we can share with you so you can share. It's important that we can do, reach our communities from all our living rooms, from all our Zoom places. Because it's the same community that we work for and we serve. So I appreciate your time, your disponibility, your heart to be there in the front line to work with everybody and to be part of the Lost in Translation today. Thank you so much. I also want to invite, if anybody got touched today and need to have a space where you can kind of process, we're having a community convivencia this evening at 5:30. Convivencia is one of our Humanidad babies model for group therapy that is cultural-based competent. And we have facilitators, and we're going to talk about what we talk and what we don't talk when we want to address mental health. So everybody's welcome. We have the flyer and the registration link at the website in Humanidad, also in the mailer that we sent to all of you. Please invite your community. It's going to be only in Espanol for the moment. But our dream is that eventually we also can have bilingual community convivencias. Thank you so much for your availability, resources, corazón, and time. I appreciate it. Bravo. Thank you, Citlali, Emeline, and Nayeli.